Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is a join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that. Well, ever since Chishimba Kambwili was involved in that road traffic accident, which turned out to be fatal for his two brothers, he's been off the grid from the time that he was taken to Mainasoko Hospital. Most of the visitors that used to visit him in hospital haven't reported anything. So nothing is known of his whereabouts. It's just been off the media and stuff like that. So a couple of hours ago, he put out a new statement on his particular platform. The last thing that is seen on this platform was a live stream of the funeral of the brothers, the man that you see on your left of the screen there in the suit next to Chishimba Kambwili. He was part of the people that had died as they were heading to court in Kasama. For which case Chishimba Kambwili, the court case has been put on hold until further notice. I'm pretty sure it's not coming up anytime soon because it's still in recovery, and it's not a good look for anyone to try to pressure someone that's extremely down. So that's been Chishimba Kambwili. But we put up a happy post recently. So this is the lady you see on screen. That's his youngest daughter. Is Kasuli, as he refers to her. She just recently graduated. So that's a recent post that he had put up. And he had this to say. This is Chishimba Kambwili. He says, "Hey everyone, join me in congratulating my last born daughter, Emmanuel Kambwili, who has just graduated with a master's degree in business and analytics and big data from the University of Liverpool. I am absolutely thrilled. Despite having a difficult couple of months, this has brought a huge smile on my face. I thank God Almighty for His grace. Go on and be great, my Kasuri. I love you more than you could ever know. Thank you for making me. Thank you for making us so proud." And then he was simply celebrating his daughter who graduated. This was in the UK. Obviously, he could not attend, but his wife attended the graduation ceremony. Because if you remember, when Chishimba Kambwili was brought back in the country, when he had moved to Zimbabwe, his passport was confiscated. So I'm pretty sure, in as much as he's still in recovery, his passport has not yet been given back to him, so he cannot leave Zambia, based on those two factors. But his wife was there, present there with the Akasudi, attending a graduation ceremony. What is, as reported by Phoenix FM, government challenged to update the nation on the whereabouts of Emmanuel Banda, despite, disputed Zimbabwean arrest reports. So if you remember earlier on, there was a report coming from Minister of Home Affairs, Jack Mwimbu, to say it was just a matter of time when they moved JJ Banda from Zimbabwe to Zambia. But since then, nothing has come of it. So governance and human rights activist No Chiseve has questioned government silence about the whereabouts of Emmanuel J. Banda 3 weeks after Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security announced the capture in Zimbabwe. So he's simply making a follow-up to say, what has gone on? Why has the court, why has the case gone cold after the hype that was given? So that's the individual they are asking about, JJ Banda. What is Mashega Akashambato? He's been in Zambia for a while, so he asked this question. If your area has no power in the last 5 days, please share the name of that place. My job is to advocate for you and be the voice of the people to our public utility companies. So he's been back from the states in the country. He's a UPND supporter. And he put up that post, and people did not receive it well at all. So some of the comments there that you can see from Eugene Ngosa, he says, "No one is the voice of anybody. We all have, we all just seek our own interest. What is your personal interest in this?" He asks him to say, "There's nothing like you're advocating for anyone. This is wrong way of doing things. why should someone come through you for them to have electricity in their home? ZESCO as a call center. People should be willing to call ZESCO themselves and not through you. This is just corruption. So that post did not go as probably he intended. People are roasting them to say, oh, in what capacity are you becoming a mediator between us and the utility company or speaking for us? You just have an agenda. So people are ready to say he's seeking a job through President Hakainde by seemingly being relevant online. And more people say, since when did you become our advocate? Sir, America is not Zambia. Just go back. You know nothing about how we are suffering here. UPND in 2026, the country will soon collapse under Hakainde Hichilema. That's what says roads on the same post. We haven't had water for two straight weeks in Roma along Gwerere Road. Masheka Kashambatwa, they tag him. Water and storage is a waste service provider. Please include this as well. So some people were passing on the information, and then others say, Mika Tembo says, you joke too much. So you are being paid heavily by the UPND for this nonsense. So you can see the comments there on that particular post. You don't have to read everything, but you can see that. What is members of the Patriotic Front, as you see, Professor Ruon Kanduo and another PF diehard lady there. They had a prayer session for Geoffrey Wayamamba GBM at Mary Immaculate Parish, praying for GBM. As you may be aware, GBM has been incarcerated now, should be like going on a month, if I'm not mistaken, or probably even more. And his health is reported to be not in good condition. So maybe that's what that prayer vigil was for. And they shared those images on the Patriotic Front. And then the Speaker for the National Assembly calls for special sitting of the House. So it seems like Parliament was on recess, but the Speaker has called for that. And then she posted that particular publication through the National Assembly. So today, members of Parliament was sitting on a special thing. And then Chief Tayali says, I'm eligible. As you may be aware, Edgar Lungu was found ineligible by the Constitutional Court. So Chief Tayali says, okay, fine. Since Edgar Lungu has been found not eligible because it's said he had been sworn in 2 times, Chief Tayali is still eligible. But then again, people would ask to say, how is he going to file in his nomination if he's on a self-imposed exile? Because he has to be present for that. And immediately he comes back in the country, you can least assure that he's going to be arrested for not appearing in court over, should be almost a year now. He should have left in January, if not December last year. So he says he's still eligible, and then he put up this plan B. As you remember, Edgar Lungu had also said, no, he has a plan B in as much as he's been found not eligible by the Constitutional Court. And then Chief Tayali just puts that picture, says plan B, it looks like he's just sleeping. So different parts of the society are chipping in, giving their point of view on how things stand with regard to the 2026 build-up. And then the Tonse Alliance had a press briefing. I'll give you an update with regard to that. Just a couple of hours ago, they are giving their point of view. As you remember, Tonse Alliance had decided and publicly put out to say Edgar Lungu is their candidate for 2026 elections. So they had to make a statement if they have made any changes. So you stand by. I'll do another podcast where I'll address this particular press briefing that they held just a couple of minutes ago. And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen.